On today's show, I'm bringing you a brand new company that came on our radar about 3 or 4 months ago. The name of the company is SURG Holdings, Inc. What an incredible company this is. In 2017, they did $13.4 million in revenue. 2018, they did $15.2 million. They got projections in 2020 to do $50 million in revenue. You can find them on the OTCQB under the ticker symbol SURG. And to bring us up to speed is the chairman and CEO of the company. We're very fortunate and lucky to have him, Mr. Brian Cox. Brian, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me. Looking forward to talking to you.
You know, I can't believe it when I was doing some research on your company that one of your guys' claim to fame is being in basically 9,800 new retail stores doing the ECS. But what blew me away the most is that there's actually really 100 million prepaid cell phone customers in America. Is that true?
Yes, it's true. And you know what's interesting about the market of the pay-as-you-go cell phone? There's a direct correlation to the underbanked in our country. And
yes,
you know, most of us, if you don't service the underbanked, provide products to the underbanked, or you're in that underbanked market, you don't realize that that's 35% of the people living in the United States.
Yeah, that's mind-blowing.
So it is mind-blowing. Yeah, and you know what's interesting? So I always have to bring this story over from the underbanked because, you know, underbanked are usually not buying stock. So I'm introducing a world to people that, you know, I'm having to present our company to people that don't normally deal with the underbanked. So, you know, that is one of the challenges. And, you know, people say, hey, you know, it's so unique. But once it clicks on and they realize that we're in the last digital frontier, you know, it is, you know, most people are pretty excited about what we're building.
So, you know, let's get started. So tell us about, you know, and I've heard some interviews and I've seen some of your press, and some of the things that you say are really, for me, game changers. Even I will go as far as saying a paradigm shift. Drop shipping to corner stores through your interface software. That being said, you know, what is your target market and what is the core products you think that you can bring to these corner stores and really make your company, you know, a mark on the map?
Yeah, sure. The target market is actually the underbanked consumer. Now, the past 20 years, I've been delivering products to the underbanked, and you know, anybody that's in this market knows, you know, you're not going to reach them, you know, with TV ads and other types of newspaper and traditional marketing. You have to go where they shop. Each area, neighborhood, they've all got a community market, bodega, corner store, convenience store, whatever it may be. Our market shops at that local retailer, and it's usually a mom and pop retailer 5 to 7 times a week, whether it be toiletries, food, their needs, their wants, you know, everything from beer, cigarettes, you name it.
Right.
They go there almost on a daily basis. They know the person behind the counter. So if you look at it this way, our software platform is building like back in the day, a railroad into these areas, and that corner store is the depot.
Right.
So we're building relationships with corner stores. That's my metric. And that corner store becomes a salesperson for Surge. So our goal is to reach that underbanked consumer via that corner store owner.
Well, let me ask you this. Can you tell us about, you know, recently you guys made an acquisition, the ECS acquisition, towards the end of 2019. What significance does the ECS have with your vision of your company now?
The ECS acquisition, and to give you a little background on ECS is a similar company to what SurgePays is. They have a software platform that enables corner stores to top up or add credit to all of their customers' prepaid wireless companies. They're interconnected like we are to every single, whether it be Boost, Metro PCS, Cricket, TracFone, all those guys. And keeping in mind that almost every customer that walks through their door is a prepaid customer. There's 100 million of them out there. And when it clicks and people say, hey, these customers are paying in person once a month. So the convenience of being able to pay at the corner store where they're already going, we incentivize that store owner by paying him a commission per payment. So he's making money providing this service to these customers and also increasing foot traffic because now these customers are going to tell their buddies, hey, come on in. So with ECS, number one, we made the world a little bit smaller in our market because we bought a competitor. Number two, they've got about 10,000 locations that they're already, you know, they're profit partners with. They're ACHing constantly, that they're helping these mom and pops make more money. and there's 165 salespeople that service these stores. So, my business has always been, I look at things in building blocks and multiples. So using round numbers, and look, if we're doing 20,000 transactions a day, approximately $4 million a month in sales already. So we've got these 10,000 stores. Well, the other products that we're bringing in, the SurgePhone Wireless, the CBD product lines.
Right. Add-ons. But I want to ask you a question before we go any further, because I really want to stay on target on this ECS. So you pay the guy that owns the corner store so much money to make this. How do you guys make your money on that transaction?
It's just like anything else, like a credit card company. We make it. It's a transactional. It's a transactional game. And it's a volume transaction game. So let's say that a wireless company would allocate in their business model the meat on the bone. How are we going to make money at the end of the day? They've got to allocate usually between 12 and 18% of that retail sale to go towards the software platform and that is doing the payment rail, that's doing that transaction in front of that customer. The store owner's got to make money, and then the salesperson that set that store up and that manages the store's got to make money. So that's a really good
you guys
question.
got to make money.
Yeah, we are the software company. Yeah, we're the software company.
Okay.
We're the distributor.
So out of a $30 transaction, walk me through that. I come in there, I add $30 onto my prepaid phone. Tell me where the disbursement goes.
Sure, I'll even walk you through it. You walked in, you say, I want to put $30 on my SurgePhone Wireless product.
Yep.
So you put the $30 on the counter. The store owner sits there. He asks you for your telephone number. He either A, has a computer in the store with internet and uses a web interface, or B, our software runs on reprogrammed Verifone credit card terminals for more of the bodega, kind of the tight, smaller stores. Mm-hmm. So he types in your number, types in $30, hits go. It in real time goes out, adds $30 of credit to your account. You walk out the door happy as can be. Now, the functionality and the financial, the fintech side of it starts, after hours. We're going to ACH your store's checking account, that $30 minus what you get to keep. So let's say you keep 10 points on that. So we ACH $27. Now, if it's a SurgePhone Wireless, we're making really good money because that's our product. If it's a third-party carrier, like a TracFone or Metro PCS, it can range anywhere from 2 to 5%. So it is a volume game, but the game changer for us in this is using this to build a relationship with that store, then upselling them add-on products that we go out and that we already know will sell into that store and that are higher profit margin products for us.
Now, you just recently did a new press release, and this is what I'm trying to tie this into, for a $30 unlimited wireless plan. How are you able to offer this plan, and is that going to, eat up your other program, and are you going to lose revenues on the other side by creating this program?
No, and that last part was a really good add-on question. No, we're not. I'm a big data and analytics guy. If we're doing 20,000 wireless top-up, wireless credit payment transactions a day, we've got a fantastic cheat sheet on what customers are paying, what type of products they want, what they're actually using, and what will be successful. So a lot of the guessing game is done. If you know what your customers want, it cuts out a lot of the So that $30 is a sweet spot price point for us. Additionally, because we're the only wireless company that doesn't have to pay a third-party software to do the transaction. We own it. We built it. We put millions of dollars into that platform. So we have a tremendous competitive advantage on both of those fronts. A, we don't have to add that meat on the bone to the price to pay for the software backbone. B, we're in the store where they shop. I'm not interested in spending money running ads on the Super Bowl or on TV or anything like that. That salesperson is the guy behind the counter where our customers shop 5 times a week. And then C, the fact that we already know what customers are using, because again, we have the analytical data to provide that cheat sheet. So that's how we were able to come up with that sweet spot price on the sweet spot plan that we know will work. We know because, again, we're doing over $5 million in transactions a month where we can see it will work. Now, you say, will it cut into the other business? Well, goodness gracious, I hope so. Because instead of making 2 to 5%
right,
transacting, the track phone boost or what have you, we can now make 30 to 40%.
Got it.
Because we own that product. Hey, and keep in mind too, I've been in wireless. I've done hundreds of millions of dollars in wireless. I've got great relationships. We own a wireless company. So, one cool thing about being in wireless and paying your bills, you get good relationships. And I called the favors in once we put everything into Surge. And so we've got fantastic deals, and it's the same exact network, same exact equipment, nationwide coverage, LTE, the whole bit, everything you see on TV. But we're just simply paying a wholesale price, and we've got great margins.
Brian, we only got about 45 seconds left, and I want to wrap this up. I could talk to you all day. But I heard you say in an interview or maybe a press release that you plan on being profitable after the first quarter of 2020. You still stand behind that?
Our projections show us being profitable either at the end of the first quarter or about mid-second quarter. And what that was a part of, I know what you're referencing, we wanted to, because 81% of the companies that uplisted to NASDAQ were not profitable, as a board and management, we made a decision. We wanted to hit the ground running and be profitable, and to be able to show people that, we have built it, we're rolling it out, and, and make a bigger splash once we hit.
And before I let you go, what is it that you want my listeners and stockholders to take away from today's interview? Your stock price is roughly around 35 cents, market cap at 35 million, maybe a little bit plus that, maybe a run rate of 50 million next year or this year in revenues. How do you bring it home?
Hey, I'd like for people to just do the simple math. Even if, we have a lot of salespeople that are going to be bringing on way more stores than what ECS did alone. But even if it was just that 10,000, if we increase same store sales to simply $1,000 per store per month, you're talking about an additional $120 million in sales on higher margin products. So I'd love for your listeners to keep an eye on us and watch us grow, and know that we've spent the last 2 years building the infrastructure to scale quickly, including our 300-person operations center. So, everything that we're gearing towards 2020 is that revenue, quick scalability, and aggressive growth.
My guest today has been Brian Cox. For my listeners, I brought you a lot of winners over the years. Take a look at this stock. I think you're getting on the ground floor here. You can find them on the OTCQB under the ticker symbol SURG. If you want to go to their website, go to surgeholdings.com. Brian, I want to thank you for coming on the show. Hopefully you become a regular, come on the show every 40 or 50 days and give us an update of what's going on.
Hey, I enjoyed being here. Love to talk to you next time.
This program is entirely sponsored and produced by La Jolla Media LLC, which is responsible for the content. The opinions and information provided on this program are for educational and research purposes. Stock Day encourages all listeners of this program to do their due diligence and research when determining investment strategies that will work for them, or to seek the assistance of an investment professional.